Everywhere you look on social media today, you have some self-improvement guru telling you to do this, to do that in order to become the best version of yourself, all of this gobbledygook. But that all goes out the window with today's video.
Nice.
Finally, someone is revealing all of the answers to self-improvement, and that individual is me. This is the only self-improvement tier list that you will ever need. We're ranking some of the most common self-improvement habits or methodologies into a tier list, specifically into 4 categories: just all right, good, very good, and the best of the best. You need to focus on what's at the top here. We have a hefty list to work through, so let's get into it. The gym. Let's set the record straight. Every single individual, every single person on this planet should be working out in one form or another. If you like to run, if you like to play sports, if you like to lift, whatever it is, you need to find something hard, pause, that gets you off your ass, off the couch, that you can progress at over time. For me, and for, in my opinion, all men, that is the gym and tearing your shit down, building some lean muscle.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is. Having sex with a woman and coming. I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym, I'm coming at home, I'm coming backstage when I pump up.
You don't have to be a gym cell like Sam Sulik. Just get to the gym 4 times a week, focus on progressive overload, and get your steps in. On the one hand, we could talk about the physical benefits to your health and your heart, your overall bodily function. They improve drastically. And then there's the mental and social benefits. You build confidence when you work towards something. You gain respect in any room that you walk in or any social situation that you walk in because people understand the work that it takes. They understand the discipline that it takes to get in shape. There is no get big quick scam for this, I guess, unless you just blast gear and turn into the next Ronnie Coleman or Jay Cutler, but don't do that. This applies to your social circles, to your dating life, because let's be real, guys, nobody lifts for themselves. You don't lift for yourself. If you say that, you're just lying. You do it to attract the female species. Starting off hot, this is easily one of the best of the best. An elite habit. Reading. No, ladies and gents, we aren't talking about the reading that you were forced to do in school that no one wanted to do. We're talking about reading books that you actually are interested, that you actually want to read. Reading is the key to learning and knowledge, and in this world, the knowledge that you have can be your greatest superpower, at least one of them. I know that the whole knowledge is power thing is cliche, but it is true. When I started to pick up books, I enjoyed topics of self-improvement, of spirituality, of finance, even books that didn't have themes like that, like fictional tales. There is always something to learn from anything that you read, even Dr. Seuss. There's lessons to be learned in Dr. Seuss, especially if that's where you're reading comprehension's at currently. In reading, you'll find yourself learning those valuable lessons, but then also for me, I find myself getting more coherent. The more that I read, my vocabulary grows, words come easier to me. There is nothing better than improving the way that you can express yourself. Reading is a very good way to improve yourself at little to no cost. Networking. Let's be real, folks. Status is king in this world. I just talked about knowledge. I just talked about reading, but your network and who you know really trumps that, honestly.
Success in life depends on a good education.
Not always. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Everyone needs to get out and socialize. Everyone needs to find a social circle, build meaningful relationships where you can easily see yourself becoming better and getting something from that relationship in return. Who you surround yourself with is a representation of you. If you hang around losers, I hate to break it to you, but you yourself are a loser. You should never be the smartest or richest person in a room that you're in. This doesn't mean to cut everyone else out. Sure, you can hang out with your OG friends who still enjoy being degenerates from time to time. But now more than ever, it is so easy to find a community or a social group, whether it be in person or online, where you can further yourself and further your goals. Networking, your status is top tier. The best, no-brainer. Dating. This one is definitely related to networking and putting yourself out there. You need to develop a relationship with the opposite sex or whatever it is that people are attracted to nowadays.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of a Rizzler.
What? How can you do this?
It's in our blood, it's in our DNA. No, we were not made to be incels or virgins forever. We were made to recreate, to have kids. You can't follow that innate nature and satisfy yourself without dating and if you have no game. Learn that game. A lot of what you learn in relationships will translate into other facets of your life. At least it will gain you more respect as a man when you show up to the function, when you show up to the event with an attractive date or an attractive significant other. It proves that you know how to play the game, something that women get jealous of and and men can appreciate, both will reward you for it. It's really tight for me, but I feel that networking and status is just a bit above dating for me, so I'll reflect that in the tier list. Very good for dating. Sleep. This should be a no-brainer, but for some reason it's not. Historically, I feel like there's been this rich people never sleep mentality in self-improvement. The late great Kobe Bryant thought that when he was in his prime, and even he has come out and said that when he was in his prime, he was not prioritizing sleep, he was not optimizing sleep, and it affected his recovery and his performance in games. Getting good sleep is a cheat code in every area of life. You want to make gains, you want to manage your weight, improve your brain function, not feel like shit all day, improve your memory, decrease stress. Sleep more, you dumbass. And this isn't just lay in bed for 6 to 8 hours. Maximize the quality of your sleep. Avoid blue lights before your bedtime. Invest in some blackout shades. Take some magnesium glycinate before your head hits the pillow. Quality is when you will really reap the benefits. Sleep is elite for me. I love sleep, and you should too. Meditation. Everyone should find a form of meditation that best suits them. If it's mindfulness, if it's prayer, if it's even going to the gym, I'll count that too. Whatever it is, meditation is all about finding something where you can focus on being present and focus on that alone. You're addicted to your phone. You're doom scrolling on social media all day. You're stressed about the future. You're shameful about your past. All good things come in the present moment and where you're able to achieve flow states regularly. Meditation allows you to practice that sensation. Focus on just being and achieving what the universe has planned for you and your story. Meditation is something that should be practiced. It's a good habit to have if you're getting your mind right. Religion. This is absolutely related to meditation. Like I said, it can be a form of meditation. Prayer, that is. It's something that people in modern times have really fell away from and in my opinion need to get back to.
And you two motherfuckers need Jesus.
I understand that it is not for everybody and you don't have to be that type of praise Jesus type evangelist or religious person that you see in the streets. But religion gives people two main things that I see. One, it allows people to live in accordance with their God's will, which is a purpose. And from that purpose, you gain an identity. You are now a follower of a religion. You are a member of a community. If there were two things that I would recommend to people who talk about how depressed they are all the time, it is to find a purpose. It is to find an identity that isn't hedonistic, and a religion is an easy way to do that. There's also a component of gratitude for a gracious God in a religion. It helps you to appreciate everything that you have, in turn allowing you to live happier. Religion goes hand in hand with meditation. It goes in the same good category. God bless. Diet. The way that you feel is directly correlated with your diet, your macro and your micronutrients. If you aren't liking the way that you look, fix your diet and fix your macros to fit your goals. If you're feeling lethargic, are a low-test soy boy, maybe it's all the red 40 and processed foods that you eat, throw it away. 85% of gains or getting in shape is done in the kitchen and paying attention to this. You will look like ass if you just sit around and DoorDash and Uber Eats everything. Above anything else, you can search for yourself the main causes of death in the United States. Do you see heart disease? Do you see strokes, diabetes? Yeah, that is all related to obesity and having a shitty diet.
Dun-dun.
Put food into your body that it was designed to eat, that it responds well to. This is elite, no questions asked. Sobriety. People drink heavy or they smoke or worse to escape their lives. They're looking to drown out their thoughts and turn their brains into a state of non-thinking mush because they can't stand the feeling of free thought without a controlled substance. You'll see the excuse of, oh, I only do it socially to loosen myself up or whatever it is. Don't be dependent on it. You can still have a good time while you're sober. And not to mention the benefits of staying sober on your health, your gains, your work, not being hungover drinking, not being lazy while being a stoner, staying sharp all the time. If you keep it under control, if you do it every once in a while, I don't see a problem with that. Go for it. Treat yourself. Just don't let it get out of hand, and I say that as someone who used to go a little too hard back in their heyday and get themselves into adverse situations, let's just say. I don't think sobriety is an absolute necessity, but it is a very good sign of self-improvement. Looksmaxxing. For those of you who did not see it, I actually made a video on Looksmaxxing, and let's just say that the community full of anons did not like or take a liking to my opinions in that video, so let's just reiterate them. Here's the thing with Looksmaxxing. Looksmaxxing. If you work out, if you lose some weight, if you eat clean, if you keep stress low, the higher priorities that we've talked about already in this list, maximized looks will come as a byproduct. I don't think that you need to mew. I don't think that you need to do your gua shas. I don't think that you need to do your thumb pulling or whatever it is that they're doing. If you see a benefit, sure, go ahead, but honestly, it's just not really for me. It is a self-improvement technique. To me, it's just all right, but to each his own. Making money. You can also think of this as developing a high quality skill. It is so important to find something that you enjoy doing, find a problem related to that, and then solve that problem for other people for financial gains in return.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the money.
Money is king in this world. You aren't going anywhere unless you have some Benjamins in your pocket. How else are you going to pay for anything today? A part of that too is investing. Don't save shit. Invest it all into index funds, the stock market. I believe that everyone should at least have and learn a little bit about crypto, maybe even one day real estate if you get to that level. At the end of the day, every man wants financial freedom. If you say that you don't, I just think that you're straight up lying. Developing a high value skill, getting rich, making money, the best of the best, no doubt. NoFap. Here is another community that may murder me for my placement of it in this list. Adult content is degenerate, and it is such a shame to see our society fall as far as it has with sites like The Hub, and now of today's world, even worse, OF. It's created incels like never before. But in my opinion, your prioritization again should be on the habits higher on this list. My problem here is the NoFap sentiment. No, semen retention will not give you superpowers. Your NoFap streak is only impressive because you make it so important. If you count your days, all that tells me is that you're still letting what you're trying to quit control you. Stay away from adult content, but people in the NoFap community beat themselves up literally over cranking one out every now and then. At the end of the day, you control your own reality. If you beat your meat and you think to yourself, man, I'm such a loser for doing that, then you are one. Or you could let one out and think to yourself, all right, it doesn't control me. It's time to get back to work. It really is your choice. NoFap is just all right. Like I said, don't watch The Hub, and I better not catch anyone paying for anyone else's OFs. But like I said, your priorities are better off somewhere else on this list. And that is it, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, please feel free to comment below your thoughts on this tier list, any adjustments that you would make to it. If you agree, if you disagree, I want to hear all of it. Also, I want to hear all about your ideas for future videos that you want to see from me in the future. I'll leave a couple of my latest videos on the screen here if you want to keep this train rolling. But anyways, hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye now.